guys, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. I hope you had a good Monday. Today we're going to continue with our lesson on measurement. And today we're going to talk about the way we measure things. So some important things that we have to remember when we measure. We are going to use what we call non-standard units of measurement. So a lot of times when you measure either in inches or centimeters or millimeters, all different units of measurement. We're not going to get into those this year. You'll get into them a little bit next year. We're going to use non-standard units of measurement. So a non-standard unit of measurement can be anything that, as long as it's the same item that you're measuring with. So for example, today I'm going to use Legos as my non-standard unit of measurement. And if you have Legos at home, you can do this also. You can use them, or you could use blocks, or you could use cubes. You could even use marshmallows or something like that. Paper clips are all great non-standard units of measurement. If you're using Legos or blocks, you just have to make sure that they're the same size. So for example, I have this size Legos in my Lego box, and I also have this size Lego. Now, talking about measurement comparison, back to yesterday, this one is obviously longer than this one. So if I were measuring an object, it wouldn't be an accurate measurement if I used both of these. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just this size Legos to measure some things, okay? And we're going to talk about the correct way and the incorrect way to measure an object. So I'm going to put my camera down here so that you can see what I'm measuring. So, have my non-standard units of measurement here. And I'm gonna go ahead and measure this marker right here. So I have just a regular school marker. And let's say I just measure it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this marker is 3 Legos long. Thumbs up if you think that's correct. Thumbs down if you think Mrs. Wright is incorrect. If you said I'm incorrect, you are right, okay? Because even though it's 1, 2, 3, there's something wrong with the way that I measured, all right? So let's look. I have here my marker, but look at my Legos. I've left spaces in between, and I also did not measure to the end of my yellow marker. You can see there's a little gap here, and there's a little gap there, okay? When you measure, it's important that you leave no spaces, okay? So if you're measuring something, you leave no spaces. Let's say I do this, all right? Well, I've left no spaces. I still have 3, but it's still incorrect. Take a minute and think. Do you know why? If you said it's because there's still space here and there's still space here, you're right. In addition to making sure there's no spaces when we measure, we're also going to measure all of our objects from end to end. So when we measure, we start at the very tip, as close as we can get, and we put our non-standard unit of measurement together. And now you can see that this marker is actually closer to 4 Legos long. I still have a little bit of space left here, so I could say it's a little bit more than 4 or about 4 Legos long. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? But it's about 4 Legos long. It's definitely 4 more than 3. All right, let's measure another object. So we're gonna go ahead and measure my pencil. Now, let's go ahead and review from back to yesterday. Do you think this pencil is going to be more Legos than the marker? Or is it going to be fewer Legos than the marker? Let's test it out, okay. So if you have a pencil at home, I want you to go ahead and get it. And if you have Legos, you can grab them, or if you have another non-standard unit of measurement, you can grab that. Pause the video and go grab it. Once you have it, come on back and go ahead and measure your pencil the correct way. So I'm going to measure mine with my Legos because I want to compare my marker to my pencil, okay? So my marker was 3 Legos long. I want to use the same non-standard unit of measurement. So let's go ahead and do that. I start at the edge of the pencil. I make sure my Legos are right next to each other. There are no spaces. And I'm going to measure all the way to the edge of my pencil here. And you can see that my pencil is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Legos long. Depending on what you use as your non-standard unit of measurement, you may have used more or fewer. If I use a different size Lego, then mine would be, oops, here. I'm going to use fewer. This is going to be closer to, it's going to actually be closer to 2 than even 3, okay? So, but that's because this unit of measurement is bigger, it's longer. Let's go back to our comparison. Our marker was 3, our pencil was 5. If I stand them next to each other, you can see that my pencil is longer than my marker, okay? What you're gonna do today is I want you to practice measuring some objects, okay? You can practice using some non-standard units of measurement, but you're also going to get on Splash Learn and do some measuring there, all right? So you have that. Today is also Fact Tuesday, where you can go ahead and practice those math facts either on Splash Learn. You can use your sidewalk chalk or paint or shaving cream or whatever is easiest for you guys. But I hope you have a super Tuesday, and I'll be back here on Thursday. Bye.